The State of Things would be my choice for the best from Wenders film. Well, it's the one I'm most confident naming my favourite. There would be many exemplary films by Wenders released over the decades, including Alice in the Cities, Wrong Move, Kings of the Road, The American Friend, Hammett, Paris, Texas, Tokyo, Gar, Wings of Desire, and A Trick of the Light. He also directed some highly interesting, immensely admirable, though maybe not always necessarily perfect, work such as Until the End of the World, Pina, primarily as an avenue for cinematography. Forgive me for finding less long term value in this one compared with the other Wenders' classics. Maybe I'm just not enough into performative dance. The Salt of the Earth, or the quite recent Perfect Days. Perfect Days might be on the highest tier if its motivation was to dispel the myth that this optimized, slow cinema for film festivals is channeling a grace and happiness in the mundane, which is immensely privileged and dishonest, a skewed perspective via the film's very pointed closing moments. It will definitely be on the highest tier if it is the last film of its kind. Incidentally, I suspect a lot of critics didn't get it, adoring it for being cute, quaint, or allegedly displaying the inner beauty or zen of even an unglamorous life, even if the film was attempting to ridicule and mock the viewer for thinking this, due to how they were superficially, via the cinematographic ethos, presented it. And world cinema and the festival circuit decide to rather investigate and promote more adventurous, forward thinking, techno aesthetic filmmaking, as opposed to the formulaic, predictable, contemplative dramas which have dominated that continuum since the mid 90s, also, and still hold a major sway over the selections. Now, though, if Perfect Days was just meant to be another, oh how cute, look at this exotic alternate culture for the English speaking world, oh isn't life beautiful, rather than, oh god, life is tragic and it is art washed by the kind of people who are enchanted by the marketing strategy of Perfect Days, then I would lose so much of my current respect for it, regrettably. But anyway, moving on from that, a brief little piece on Wenders' 1982 feature, The State of Things. Cinematographically spellbinding, some of the most riveting and compelling direction and cinematography of the 20th century, and all this despite the plot of the film primarily being people waiting for a decision to be sent to them via a phone call. In this respect, it is rather similar to Fassbinder's 1971 cinema classic Beware of a Holy Whore, wherein characters wait around during a delay on a film production. In that feature, Fassbinder depicts this mundanity as highly filmic, as fetishized, making it seem gratifying and exciting almost, and wonder if the players are taking for granted the sheer grace of their existence as we do when we feel it all similar to them. It is a rich existential exercise, and The State of Things wanted to double down on the psychological rush, from what I could assume. For the execution alone, I utterly adore The State of Things, but it is also one of the most purely existentially charged features of all time, and one of the best opportunities for screen caps in FODD history. But an absolutely astounding script in any instance, I would confidently state. I might close it here. I've been preoccupied and haven't had as much time to make even these little videos of late, though I shall likely be getting back into the swing of things not too far into our future. But until then, I'll thank you all again and bid you a very excellent day.